Welcome back to Oh, That Reminds Me. Say Drake. I heard you like him young.
Mackenzie's a pedophile.
Mackenzie's a pedophile. Mackenzie's a pedophile. Mackenzie's a pedophile.
Mackenzie's a pedophile. Mackenzie's a pedophile. Mackenzie's a pedophile. Mackenzie's a pedophile. I have proof. Mackenzie's a pedophile. I have proof. Mackenzie's a... Oh, because apparently Kendrick can just say it and it's okay. Apparently Kendrick can just say it and it's okay, but I can't say it. You're repeating. You're repeating. Mackenzie's a pedophile. I have proof. Mackenzie's a pedophile. I have proof. Mackenzie's a pedophile. I have proof.
What is this proof?
I guess we'll never find out. I'll never post it. Just like Kendrick never posted proof.
Welcome back to Oh, That Reminds Me. I am not a pedophile. I would like to clarify, and I hope John would like to clarify as well.
And neither is Aubrey Drake Graham.
Okay. Ow.
This could age really poorly if it turns out he was, but I don't think he is. I have it on good authority.
Bobby Brown.
Who said he's not? And Billie Eilish said he's not. Your goat.
Welcome. This song is currently not available in your region. Okay, apparently not like us is available in Canada. According to this random app that I looked at lyrics for. Welcome back to Oh, That Reminds Me. My name is Mackenzie. That is not a pedophile.
My name is John, also not a pedophile. That's my full username. You can
and
follow
we
me on
are
Instagram.
here to yap for your next hour. And let me tell you, we got some shit to yap about.
Oh, we got plenty to... The question is, do we dip in our full bag this time? Because
Should we give like a teaser of like a summary of topics?
Well, that's what I was thinking, but it's like, we... Breaking the fourth wall, we have to pre-record an episode in 3 days. How much is going to happen in 3 daone days? Are we dipping in our whole bag today?
So I think next episode I have this fun little game I saw.
Ooh,
I need to prep for, okay? One, I'm working and have school, so I'll probably have some stories from that. And two, I have this game where I will go and get Steam reviewed games. I'm going to get a Steam review.
Ooh,
and you got to guess what the review is from.
What game it's from?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because there's be some crazy
Hentai
reviews.
Legend 4.
What?
Is that a game? Let me look it up.
I did look, actually, in your games recently, because me and John were going to do a Outlast Trials stream in the future.
We will do.
Yes, we will. And I was looking at his games because I thought he had this game already. And you have Colonel Sanders' finger-licking good simulator?
Do I?
And you played it as well.
Wait. I don't remember doing that, and I think I have it hidden in my library because it's not in my library for me, but it shows for you?
Yeah, no. If you want to see John play...
How do I unhide it?
That's a good question.
How do I find out what I've hidden?
Maybe search the game?
No, I did.
Oh.
Like in my library. Let me go on the store, I guess.
But
I love you, Colonel Sanders. Yes, it says in library. How much? I have 0.0 hours on record.
Yeah, you have 1 minute. But you have opened it and downloaded it, which I think is saying enough.
I mean...
Did you unadd me on Steam? Where the fuck is your name? Oh,
I'm set offline. I have aura, and I'm mysterious. I mean, I feel like I remember your boyfriend also making jokes about this in chat, so maybe your community is just big on Colonel Sanders dating.
How did it become my community?
Because are we not members of your community?
But he was making fun of you playing it. He didn't
was he?
Play it. You just said that.
No. I think he mentioned it in chat is what I said. I swear I remember him saying something about dating the Colonel.
I mean,
recently.
Who doesn't want to date the Colonel? Let's be honest. Have you seen the Colonel?
I mean, he looks bad in the game for the 1 minute that I apparently played. Like he looks bad, like he looks good. Like damn, she bad. You know, like Tate McRae, she bad.
And she's also a fortune teller.
Kind of big drama on that. Actually, let's get into that. There's a lot of fake news going on about that.
Well, first of all, if you guys don't know, this Sunday, a big event happened that happens every year. I personally don't think it's the biggest event in the world. I don't really care for it. But if you're like a middle-aged white guy, it was a Super Bowl. Yeah. Now, I predicted that I don't know why I'm losing my voice, that the Baltimore Ravens would go to the Super Bowl and win. That did not happen. No.
And I predicted
Yes.
that the Kansas City Chiefs would go to the Super Bowl and win.
And that also did not happen.
Honestly, I think the Ravens might have scored more than the Chiefs did.
Yeah, I went up for dinner and it was 0:20. I went up to put my plate away and it was 0:40.
Yeah, shit. Oh my god. That was a bad game. Bad game, bad halftime show, bad experience.
Well, you actually watched it, so start speaking on the drama and stuff.
On the drama, first of all, the Tate McRae drama. So, for those of you who don't know Tate McRae, she's a singer, an artist, a musician, and there's a video resurfacing of her saying that Philly is gonna win 40-22, and that's the exact score of the Super Bowl. So people were like, "Oh my god, she predicted the Super Bowl, right?" So now there's a bunch of people posting, "Oh my god, Tate McRae predicted the Super Bowl, right?" Then in the replies to that, there's people who are hating on her, saying she clearly recorded this after the game. There's no way she would have predicted that. What? It's clearly recorded after the game. That video's from 2023 when the Eagles played the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in a regular season game. That has nothing to do with any Super Bowl, let alone this Super Bowl.
So, are you against her, or?
I mean, I think it's a fun, cute coincidence that she said the exact score that it ended up being. But I think it's crazy that people are hating on her for predictions she didn't make and saying she faked the prediction. That's wild. But getting into the game, yeah, I did watch the game. The game, very, very boring. Very boring. The Chiefs sucked ass. Jesus Christ. When the game started, there was like a controversial call that got made by the refs that went in favor of the Chiefs. So immediately I was like, oh, here we go. They're going to win. And everyone's going to say it's rigged for the refs like they always have. Like this is going to be a bad experience. And then turns out Patrick Mahomes has no idea what he's doing and has never touched a football in his life. Also, at the same time, the Chiefs don't understand that they're supposed to stop the guys from getting Patrick Mahomes when he has the ball. So he got sacked like 6 times or something throughout the game, while the Eagles didn't do any rushing plays, which basically means the Eagles didn't, like, you can do a play that's intended to sack, which a sack is when you tackle the quarterback before he throws the ball, hands off the ball, or like runs with the ball, right? He's like thinking of what play to do and gets tackled. And there's plays designed to try and get a sack, to try to rush the quarterback, right? The Eagles didn't do any rushing plays and yet sacked him 6 times, which almost, I think it was 6 times total. I'm pulling these numbers out of my ass. They could have done it more, but at one point it was 6 times, which almost tied like the most in Super Bowl history without trying, which is just crazy. It just shows how bad the Chiefs' offensive line was at stopping the defense from getting at them. So,
but they got to the Super Bowl. What happened?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I don't know if the lights were just too bright or if the Eagles just like had the formula to beat them. Tom Brady.
I heard that they didn't have the referee on their side.
Yeah, the streets are saying that the refs just didn't try to cheat this time. But Tom Brady the entire time on commentary was really annoying, but in like a funny way, because if you don't know, Tom Brady is the GOAT of football. He's like the greatest quarterback of all time, right? And there was a lot of debates and discussions as to whether Patrick Mahomes was better than Tom Brady going into this, right? And whether Patrick Mahomes was going to become the GOAT, okay? The entire time on commentary, the whole game, Tom Brady just kept bringing up his career. He'd be like, well, you know, when I did this in my first 6 Super Bowls, you know, when I was in my Super Bowls, you know, the Chiefs were down like 20 points, right? Tom Brady historically in the Super Bowl came back from like a 20-point deficit. He was like, you know, when I was in this situation and I managed to find a way to come back, and he's just like rubbing in that he's the GOAT the entire time.
And is this person not?
He's retired now.
No. The one he's getting compared to, is it
Patrick Mahomes, the quarterback for the Chiefs? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the whole time the Chiefs are getting shit on, they basically have the greatest quarterback of all time as the guy who's supposed to like live up to these expectations is getting shit on. They have the actual greatest of all time, who he's being compared to, commentating the game and talking about how he was better. Like
Mm.
it's just rubbing salt in the wound. And
And
then
he's just old and can't do it anymore.
he fully could low key do it. I'm not gonna lie. Tom Brady. I mean, he's like kind of old. He's in like his 40s. Um, he retired and then he got divorced and unretired and then won a Super Bowl and then retired again. And low key, I think he could come back and probably win another Super Bowl. He's like a freak of nature and just keeps his body in the craziest tip top shape, so he could always come back. But the reason I bring this up, um, uh, like I said, he came back and won a Super Bowl, right? The Super
Mm-hmm.
Bowl that he came back and won was against the Chiefs, and they beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. And
What team was he on?
he used to be on the Patriots, and then when he unretired, he was on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Um,
I don't know who these people are.
and uh, Gronk, Robert Gronkowski, I believe he was also brought
The
onto the Tampa Bay
AI
Buccaneers.
from Twitter? The everything app?
Yeah, Gronk the AI. He was like Brady's right hand man, right? And he after the game basically said, "Yeah, when we went up against the Chiefs, we basically did the exact same thing. Their offensive line sucks. We just like kept rushing him and we won." So apparently this is a formula that like works, and I guess the Eagles just figured it out and abused it while also playing really good offense and just demolished the game. Which, if you're an Eagles fan, is great. If you're not a fan of either team and like don't really care, it makes for a really boring game because one team is just clearly winning the whole time. You know, it's like not competitive.
Or you're like me, who only watches it for the halftime show.
That's right.
I didn't watch it live. I was watching The Walking Dead and I didn't know what was going on. But I watched it on 270p with me
Hmm.
boyfriend.
Okay. Okay.
And I couldn't really tell what was happening. But
What are your
after,
thoughts?
well, after seeing clips now of
Uh huh.
Cedric, heard you like young. That John just punched me in the face, guys.
No, there was
Um,
a fly. It's like a
sure.
fly.
But yes, after seeing like clips of the performance
Uh huh.
online and hearing the people's analysis on it, I would say
Hmm.
it's a good performance.
You would say it's a good performance.
It's a very good performance, a good
You
message.
you did not. No, 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 no. The message isn't what we're talking about. The performance right now.
What the performance is part of the message.
No, not at all. This is two
However,
separate.
I can't figure out if SZA was lip singing or
We'll
not.
we'll get into that drama. We'll get it.
We're
SZA
getting into
definitely.
a lot
Okay,
apparently.
so basically the halftime show overall it sucked. And now I'm biased when I say that. So obviously you can't take my word, but take the word of pretty much the entire internet and the mass public that it sucked. Okay. Um,
I'm
did
gonna
it
be honest,
have
I've only seen people saying it doesn't suck.
you're tweaking then? The only person I've seen who said it doesn't suck other than Kendrick fans is Kanye West, the Nazi. That's your guy.
No, I don't want. He doesn't exist.
um, but basically, the messaging, the political messaging during the performance, sure, that's great, that's fine, that's one thing. The actual performance itself, he was given the biggest stage he's ever had, and this massive platform, and he proved the fact that in order to stay relevant, he needs Drake. The only song that anyone sang to or moved to was the one about Drake, and he used two songs about Drake, but they only moved to one of them. If you look up videos from inside the arena, there's nobody dancing, nobody singing along. It's completely dead. There's no vibes. There's no energy brought to it.
Again, I don't care for either of the
He
people, but I did see clips of people dancing. I just feel like
I
I
think
don't know.
you saw clips of Not Like Us and you didn't see clips of the rest of the performance.
I watched the whole performance.
I will send you videos from the performance from inside of the venue and you can see how dead it is. Let me scroll up. And again,
But
the reason I'm saying this is because I was biased. So when I was watching, I had a grin on my face because I was like, damn, this is kind of ass, right? But I can't say that because I'm biased. So it's like, all right, no one's gonna believe me, no one's gonna listen to me, right? But then everyone who I was watching with, who Noah's a fan of Kendrick Lamar, Angel's a fan of Kendrick Lamar. I texted him afterwards. Um, they all agreed that like it was just mid as hell. There was no energy there. There was no vibes. It wasn't a
Most Kendrick
Super
Lamar
Bowl.
fans that I've known and seen enjoyed the performance.
I have seen a lot saying otherwise.
I've seen
And
a lot saying that they enjoyed it.
And from what I know on YouTube, it's getting filled with hate comments of people saying it sucks. I just sent you videos from multiple different spots inside the stadium. You can see there's no vibes. It is dead. Again, other than Not Like Us, zero vibes during the entire show. No one had any idea the songs he was playing. Also, just to make matters worse, to rub it in. So Joe Budden has a podcast. Joe Budden, he's like a music guy, and he has like a music podcast. They talk about mainly like rap and stuff like that, right? Kendrick Lamar's set list for the Super Bowl got leaked before the performance, right?
Oh yeah, I
But
liked it. Let me read it to the people. So, the Kendrick Lamar set list was Not Like Us. Billie Eilish enters the stage with Chinhiro. NDA. Therefore I Am. Chinhiro. Lost Cause. Birds of a Feather. Chinhiro with Kendrick Lamar and SZA and Doechii. And that was a leaked set. And it didn't happen. It's crazy.
But the set list leaked before the performance. I think it was like days before the performance or whatever. It was during one of the practices, I guess. Someone like recorded it or like noted down what the set list was and posted it online, okay? The set list is so bad that everyone on the podcast went on for 2.5 minutes about how fake this leak is and how it would never come true because the set list is so bad, no one would ever allow it. It would be the worst Super Bowl performance in history if that were the set list. And the person who leaked the fake set list is cultureless and has no idea anything about Kendrick Lamar, and they're just trying to make Kendrick Lamar look bad ahead of the performance.
So did they just want him to play the biggest hits that there are from him? When
you're at the Super Bowl, you're supposed to come with energy. You're supposed to come with hit songs, good vibes, and listen, you can look at any Super Bowl performance in history.
And some people want to do it differently, so it's not so similar. I feel
it's being regarded as one of the worst in history.
I feel like the Super Bowl is broadcasted to many people, and even though Kendrick does not need it, he could sing songs that are not as well known, and he still did sing the very popular ones like Humble.
He did Humble DNA and Not Like Us. Other than that, he did no hits.
And Mustard.
I guess all the stars. No, but that's not an actual hit. That's just a TikTok hit. After Mustard, no one in the public knows it.
He says Mustard again. Fun fact. Oh, and he played and literally the song with Scissors.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said all the stars.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Even the one before it, I knew it.
Which speaking of SZA definitely lip synced her performance.
Which I don't get why.
Why she did it or why people think it?
Why she did.
Oh, yeah. There's people who say, I don't... Listen, you've seen SZA live?
I have. I've seen them both live, technically.
I've never watched SZA live or any live performance, so I can't say this, but there's a lot of people who are taking this and saying that she can't actually sing live, and that's why.
So, listening to her sing on thing, like, I was like, oh, it's really nice, but then once everyone was like, oh, she was lip-syncing, I was like, I can hear that. But let me play a clip of her singing. I don't know what song this is. Wait, hold. I only did the popular ones that I knew. Hold. Does that sound like the Super Bowl performance at all to you?
Oh, well, well, it's hard to tell over like phone
Wait.
played mic, but there's people saying
She's
that
kind of yelling.
there's people saying that the voice sounds different because it's a backing track, but then also there's a point in her performance where while she's singing, she drops down on the ground and does this like half split thing and like whips her head back, and her vocals don't change at all.
I
And
did
like
see that.
that's just like not possible. That's just like not a thing.
Yeah, I'm not like a SZA stan or a Kendrick stan, so I don't like. Sure,
Listen,
go and lip sync, but like,
I
don't get the reason.
My final take on it: the political messaging of the performance can be great. That's fine, but the performance itself was lackluster and mid. And I'm glad a lot of the public agrees with me without being Drake stans.
My thoughts is that I liked it. It's
also,
obviously
side note, by the way, for anyone who's trying to give him credit for a Palestinian flag, that wasn't him. That was a background dancer who got tackled by security.
But they're not gonna get charged.
Which that's good.
But my thoughts is nothing will top Katy Perry. Katy Perry's performance was probably the most memorable one that I have of her entering.
Did she play a bunch of like underground songs that no one knew, or did she play some hits?
Well, Katy Perry only plays hits because her newest album flopped. I didn't know that one of the songs were with Doechii. Like I realized, like,
oh really?
A song she literally sang at an award show that I watched, where she's scissoring someone, was Doechii. It was Doechii she was scissoring. I'm pretty sure. And I was like, oh.
I don't remember this performance. What award show was this at?
MTV, I think.
Oh,
it's like, he's mine.
I'm his.
I'm
mine.
him.
Oh yeah, MTV.
Yeah.
She did. She did Dark Horse, E.T., I Kissed a Girl, I'm His, He's Mine.
Yeah, 4 months ago.
See.
I'm not a Katy Perry stan, but her Super Bowl performance, I think, is the best performance there is.
It's interesting how she probably like brought a lot of energy and played her hit songs and.
Well, she also had a giant lion.
Oh, she had like really good set pieces, not a bland set.
But I thought that the performance in a whole that was pretty good. He was kind of spitting. I was impressed with how much he was yapping without a pause. And then I realized that a lot of his flow is very similar. The dancing was cool. I like Samuel L. Jackson as Uncle Sam. And the reference to it being a game and how they control people was very, very interesting, and I liked how he said a message without making it very, like, it wasn't like this is the message kind of vibe, but like it still was a message.
It was like kind of obvious. And
that was my thoughts.
Fair enough. Everyone is entitled to their opinion. Yours is wrong, but it's okay.
I think that it was better than Usher's.
I've seen a lot of people disagree.
They liked Usher's more?
Yeah. Because again, Usher brought energy and like played hits.
I still have not watched The Weeknd's.
The iconic. I'd say The Weeknd's was better
confusing
as well. But again,
energy.
I'm not biased here because I don't fuck with The Weeknd either. The Weeknd's clears.
And
I hate both of those guys.
Whenever anyone brings up Bruno Mars and I think Rihanna? Or was it Beyonce?
I don't know. Bruno Mars has done like a few, I think.
No, everyone's like, this was such an iconic Super Bowl halftime show. And it's really funny because it was Coldplay's, but no one ever mentioned
Beyonce
Coldplay.
And Bruno Mars.
That's who it was, my bad.
At Coldplay's,
Rihanna was her own performance where she was pregnant.
Yeah, Rihanna was 2023. But you know what was going on?
That was the Super Bowl.
No. You know what was going on during the Super Bowl?
I was watching The Walking Dead and finished season 4.
Kanye West's 750th nonstop racist crash out.
Yeah, I have just seen it and I went, what the fuck? And then I just didn't really follow along because
So
what the
so
fuck?
so Kanye is he says he's not going through anything, but it feels like he's going through something, and he's like being super racist and pro-Nazi and I don't know, it's a whole thing. Go look into it if you want. His Twitter is now he took it down, but he's apparently starting a Discord server, and the only piece of merch available on his Yeezy store now is a swastika t-shirt. But we're not going to get into all of that. What we are going to get into is something really interesting that he possibly revealed about some celebrities accidentally. He like purposefully revealed it, but not necessarily realized what he was doing. Okay. So in this crash out, unfortunately, I don't have the original tweet because again, he took down his Twitter account, but he
I don't
posted.
think he took it down. I think they took everyone.
No.
Society.
He deactivated his Twitter. He was like, okay,
Oh.
it's been enough. Like, thanks for letting me yap Elon or some shit, and then just took it down.
Okay.
But I originally thought he got banned too, but then I saw he apparently like posted that he was taking it down. So I don't have the original picture, but basically at one point he posted a picture and talked about and showed that he was offered like hundreds of thousands of dollars or something to basically crypto scam his audience. And
Love
the
that.
the way
I do that all the time.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
The way the crypto scam worked, right? And like how they were going to do the scam was they would pay him a bunch of money. He would post like some fake Kanye coin, right? Bunch of his fans would buy it. The people who made the coin would rug pull. And then after a certain amount of hours, he was then allowed to post that his account got hacked. Okay. It was supposed to be like an under the table deal. So now that started conspiracy theories for all the other celebrities who have allegedly been hacked and did crypto scams. So like apparently Doja Cat did one. I think Cardi B people said.
I like Doja. Is it
UFC
still up?
UFC account. No. Like
They
their
got
crypto
like they
stuff.
could delete it still.
Yeah. So basically, within the deal, according to like Kanye's DMs, he basically had to post it, leave it up for a certain amount of hours. After that point, he could then take it down and post that he was hacked, which is exactly what happened for like the UFC accounts allegedly got hacked and posted crypto. Again, apparently like Doja stuff like this, which now it's entered scary territory because they very well could have been hacked and just got crypto scammed, right? But they also could have gotten this deal. So maybe they didn't get hacked. But now no one will ever know because obviously no one's going to say whether they actually took a deal or not, right? And then like the people aren't going to leak that there was a deal. And then even if they do, you don't know if it's real. So we're just stuck in this area where we'll never know the truth of what happened. But you have to like take with a grain of salt now, like going into the future and looking into the past, any celebrity or big brand account that allegedly got hacked and posted crypto, that they could have just made a bag and scam their fans.
Or they actually did get hacked. And
Exactly.
that person made the bet.
There's no way to know. Or Kanye could have just faked this whole thing and he's a Nazi. Who knows?
Yeah, why are we trusting him?
Because he's like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's like this, the way he posted it seemed like he was just trying to show like I was offered to scam my audience and I didn't do it. And then like people have just come to the conclusion like, oh shit, what if other people took
and
this?
Now everyone's
but maybe
like,
it was
he's
just
such
a whole
good person.
Maybe it was just a whole plan. I don't think anyone's saying he's a good person, but it is crazy that one thing we didn't talk about that I think I had as a topic once, but I didn't really know what to say about it or bring it up. I saw someone point out the fact that Selena Gomez a bit ago.
Oh my god!
She posted a video of herself crying because of immigrants getting deported from America, right? And she comes from like an immigrant family, so it just like hit home for her or whatever. And then everyone hated on her and in quotes like canceled her. They all sent her a shit ton of hate, basically saying, "Shut up, you're rich. Shut up, like you don't know what you're talking about," and completely attacked her. And then I saw someone point out the fact that
Oh,
she
no, no,
got.
no. And
Oh,
the government of America called her out, too.
oh yeah. There was like a senator or something, right?
No. The I hold.
I'm sorry.
Selena
This is an old topic,
Gomez.
so we don't have the details up right now.
I'm pretty sure, like, the official government account
Um,
called her out. But continue while I look.
yeah. The reason I'm bringing this up is someone pointed out that she got more hate for that than Kanye has for him publicly saying and admitting he's a Nazi, which is batshit crazy.
Insane.
And it just kind of goes to show like how people online react to women versus men, kind of, because like Kanye having a public moment where he's just admitting to being a Nazi and he's selling White Lives Matters shirts and swastika shirts and making thousands of dollars off of it, this, that, the other thing. Everyone's just kind of like posting about it and laughing at it and treating it like a joke. But then they hate on Selena Gomez for doing what she did.
When did this happen? With
It was a couple
Selena?
weeks ago.
Oh, God. This might be a minute then. But while I look for this, you can continue with another topic.
Um, White House blasts.
Now we're all no, just do another. I'll look. I'll look.
Yeah, here I'll send you. The last thing I'll say about the Super Bowl, and since we're on politics, it's got to do with politics. What are your thoughts on
We're a political podcast now.
What are your thoughts on what Travis Kelce said about Taylor Swift? Fuck. What are your thoughts on what Travis Kelce said about Donald Trump being at the Super Bowl? Did you see this?
I didn't, but I think he should have
So
said, get the fuck out. I don't want you here. You're not
base
invited. Fuck you.
basically, before the game and like during like media and stuff like that, Travis Kelce got asked how he felt about President Donald Trump attending the Super Bowl, and he essentially just said like it's a great honor to be able to play in front of the president and like have the president there, right? And now everyone's kind of saying he's a piece of shit and he's an asshole for that because if you don't know, Donald Trump has publicly hated Taylor Swift ever since she spoke out against him in like 2020, maybe even 2016. I don't know, but he is like publicly hated on her. And then now, post game, Taylor Swift got booed at the Super Bowl, which that in itself is crazy. Fuck, man.
I don't know why, but I thought it was funny. I just don't like Taylor Swift though.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of shitty because they don't do it for like no one. It'd be psychotic if they booed anyone else's like wife or girlfriend or like attacked anyone else's wife or girlfriend or anything like that. But they do it to Taylor Swift because for some reason they have this hatred for the fact that she's bringing more eyes to football, and they're just like rage-induced MAGA men who hate women and just I don't know. But post Super Bowl now, she got booed. Trump posted a video um on Truth Social of him getting cheered at the Super Bowl and then the same people who cheered him booing at Taylor Swift. And that was like he made like two other posts, and then he also posted the only one that had a tougher night than the Kansas City Chiefs was Taylor Swift. She got booed out of the stadium. MAGA is very unforgiving. Um, so far to recap, by the way, your opinions on Boo Taylor Swift and pro Super Bowl, you're with Kanye West the Nazi and Donald Trump. You've got a good team you're building.
And apparently I'm also a
I'm just
pedophile too.
I'm just joking.
Okay, so I can't find the actual tweet. However, the White House account listed a bunch of people. Oh, what the fuck? Sorry, I actually read what it said. This person were murdered by illegal aliens, which is insane. Their courageous mothers had something to say to Selena Gomez and those who oppose securing our borders.
Jesus. Yeah, so she got more public hate from people and the government of the United States than Kanye saying he's a Nazi.
No, I feel like we've been on politics a little bit too much, so we're not.
Well, yeah, I was just gonna say the last thing, like it's just crazy that Travis didn't have a spine to either speak out against Trump or say nothing, and everyone's kind of going after him and being like, "Oh, do you still think it was an honor to play in front of the guy who like fucking hates your girlfriend and is publicly bashing her as the president of the United States?"
Yeah, I don't like Trump. And I don't know
Yeah.
why he said, like, just speak your mind. Don't be, what's it called? Um, what's it called when you go through, like, publicist, like, you have a publicist and, that shit? I don't know what it's called. Anywho.
Yeah, I got what you mean. Don't just like go the fence sitting publicly safe route or whatever. Speak your own
John,
opinion.
do you like donuts?
Yeah, I've been known to like donuts.
Do you have a favorite donut brand?
My favorite donut brand is probably Voodoo Donuts.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
They're
What do
a
you have
donut. You
donuts?
kind of do. You kind of do because they're a donut chain. I don't know how many stores they have, but they infamously have one on Universal Studios City Walk in Orlando, and they have like a donut chair. And when we went to Universal in Minecraft, you took my picture in the donut chair. You probably don't remember that, but I do.
And when you think of donuts,
Uh-huh.
what do you associate it with?
Happiness, pillowy soft donut. Oh God, they're calling me in again. Oh God, please no, I don't want to go into work. I'm a high schooler. Maybe having like a chocolate milk with it.
Oh, Dunkin'. I was like, what? It's like 11 p.m. Who is calling you?
Yeah, no, sorry, I used to work at Dunkin' Donuts. For those who don't know.
And then what about like a console?
A console associating a donut with a console. Um, no, can't say I associate donuts with consoles.
Because if you guys did not know, PlayStation Network went down this week for
that it did.
a total of how many hours, John? 12,
It was like 20.
13?
It was like 24.
Oh.
I think by the end of it, they like started repairing it. How long were PlayStation servers down? Yeah, it was 24 hours. They kind of came back for like a bit, or like for some people, but overall the outage ended after like 24 hours.
And if you were impacted by these sad times of having no PSN, PSN,
yeah, PlayStation Network. Yeah.
If you have no time, you're just such a struggling person because you can't play.
You got home from work. You got home from your 9 to 5, right? You're a father of 3, divorced. Your life just you hate your life, right? But the one thing you love doing is hopping on Call of Duty Warzone on your PlayStation, right? So you get home, you turn the PlayStation on, and the PlayStation Network is down, so you can't play.
Do not worry, because Krispy Kreme Donut has something for you. Because for 3 hours, they were giving free donuts to anyone impacted. Now, my question is, how do you prove that you're impacted?
I think you just say you were. It's more of like a if you know, you know. If you go into Krispy Kreme and you just you're like, hey, can I get like I don't know, like a dozen glazed donuts? Then they're like, okay, this guy's a regular. But if you walk in and you're like, yeah, I heard you're giving away the PlayStation donuts, then it's like, okay, yeah, you've served the front line, sir. Here's your donut, or ma'am, or other. They them. But you specifically had to go between 5 and 7 p.m. the day they announced it. So I hope you don't have plans for the rest of the day, because you had to drop everything and go to Krispy Kreme.
But that's our Krispy Kreme update. Next
You
topic.
Know what that reminds me of, Mckenzie?
What does that remind you of?
When you think of a donut, right? What picture, like, what is the shape of a donut? How would you describe it?
A triangle.
It's like a ring with a hole in it, right?
Sonic.
Right, okay. So, speaking about holes, some lady got her holes filled on live television.
Oh, I see.
If you somehow haven't seen, which I scrolled, this original tweet blew up. It has 220 million views on this tweet on Twitter alone.
And And I think I pressed not interested on it because I was like, why is this on my For You? Like my
I
Twitter.
I don't just like sit and watch videos on my Twitter, right? If it comes up. So I skip past it probably like 7 times. And then finally
Yeah.
I was like, okay, why is everyone posting this? So then I skipped through the video and I just skipped to him sprinting on the beach and cheeks are getting clapped.
Literally, he was
Yeah.
literally just using his
Let me
hand and tapping on her ass.
Oh, no, 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 no. I'm not
Oh.
talking about that. No, no.
Then
Have you
okay,
not
then
seen
I have
the
no
video?
Okay, I've
Oh,
not
you haven't
seen
seen the main one. Okay,
what?
so let me give you fucking context, fellas. Um, there is a reality show called Temptation Island, okay? And this show is in a bunch of different countries. There's like different versions of it, right? And this is specifically, I believe, the Spain one that we're talking about, okay? Um, and essentially the concept of the show is real couples who have been together for, could be months, could be years, go on this show to test their relationship, okay? I'm pretty sure from what I remember, there's 5 real couples, okay? So what they do is they split the couples up, right? And so 5 women go to this villa, and then on the other side of this island, 5 men go in this villa, okay? And they don't interact face to face. They don't go with each other, okay? And then also in these villas, there's 10, I think, maybe, or maybe it's 5 others, single people of the opposite sex. Okay. So there's 5 women or 10 women at the men one, and then vice versa. There's men at the women one. Okay. And
Okay.
in this show, they're kind of like encouraged or like pushed to sort of toy with the temptations, as they call them, these single people, right? And they try to get them to break and test the bounds of their relationship. Okay, so there's this one couple. I'm forgetting the girl's name, but the man is infamously named Montoya. Okay, so Montoya and his girlfriend go on the show, and the situation is basically, they do, I don't know if there's like challenges in it or anything like that, but people follow these temptations sometimes to certain degrees, okay? And then they do these like campfires where you go and then you review footage of your significant other and like what they've been doing, okay? But it's not live, it's like what they have been doing, okay? And so Montoya's girlfriend saw a video of Montoya getting a very intimate lap dance by one of the girls, okay? And now he does I don't think he like kisses her or anything like that, but like it's a lap dance, all right? That's Would you consider getting a lap dance cheating? That's a
Yes.
big debate online right now.
What?
Yeah, cuz some people are saying like he cheated first and then others are like no, he just got a lap dance. Um so he gets a lap dance from
See,
this girl.
I think that if you just get confronted by anybody, you should just scream and run away. That's what I do.
Okay, okay.
If you
Any
see me
any
on the
guy who
street,
talks to
I
you?
will scream. Anybody. Not
Anybody?
guy. Anyone.
Um, but so she sees this, right? And she's basically like, "Oh fuck this. Like all hands are off, right? He cheated." Now, I don't know when I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the booty bongo video. I don't know when that happens, if that's after or before, but there's like a video of she's in like a pool with a guy and he's like playing the drums on her ass, right? And that's
Yeah,
crazy.
and then he gets really sad, and it's the iconic part where he runs across the
No,
beach.
that's
No?
not the icon. No, no, no. That
What?
that was. Oh yeah, I think that happened afterwards because that was a like he did it again. The original run, which I'll send you the video now if you wanna watch it. Basically
Does this involve
these guys.
watching them
Listen,
fuck?
listen. These guys, right? The guys had a special opportunity, okay, where they got to vote for one of the guys to go and watch live footage of all of these significant others, right? And what they're doing live, right? Normally they see old videos of what they have done. This is live footage, okay? So these guys all vote for Montoya. So Montoya gets to go and he sat at the campfire with like the producers and the host of the show, okay? And he's watching and the his girlfriend she's like kind of sad, right? And she's like laying in her bed or whatever, and this guy comes over and one of the singles, and they sort of like they like kiss, and then he's freaking out, right? And he like leaves the room, and then he ends up coming back in the room, all right? And then she's laying there in bed, and he's there, and then they turn the lights off, and on live television, go under the covers, so you can't quite see anything, but go under the covers, start making out. She gets on top of him, and then Montoya seeing this and seeing them like play with each other, he then starts to walk on the beach, and he's getting frustrated and he's yelling, right? And this is breaking the rules of the show because you're not supposed to go to the other villa. And then he just breaks out in a sprint, and the producers are trying to stop him because, again, this is breaking the rules of the show. You're not supposed to go to the other villa, okay? So now there's cameramen following him. The producers are like running after him, and he is sprinting across this island to get to his girlfriend's villa to stop whatever's going on. And what he doesn't see happening, which the camera keeps cutting back to, is as he's running, they are more intensely, faster and faster, clapping cheeks, absolutely fucking on live television under the covers as he is sprinting at this villa to get them to stop. And then finally he reaches the villa. If you skip to a minute 50, you will see what's happening. You can play the audio if you want. It's just them kind of like
if I want to
it's them kind of like grunting, and you can hear her ass getting clapped.
I don't want to play that.
It's
no.
it's
I'm okay.
It is. I did not realize what I was signing up for when I watched, because I was like, "What is everyone talking about? Like, what's this?" And I watched it.
I've not seen this.
You're damn near watching porn on live television, because again, you don't see anything happening, but you see them under the covers, just like, and you hear they're mic'd up in the room, and there's a camera in the room. And then he finally reaches the villa.
Why people watch this. I don't understand.
That's what I mean. It's crazy.
This is like.
It's
like,
crazy
even,
that
like Love Island. Like, I don't get it. Like,
Okay,
the reality shows I watch is Dancing with the Stars, and I want to start watching Drag Race.
I feel like you used to watch Big Brother too. Maybe that's a lie. I feel like I've heard you mention Big Brother before.
I like watched bits of like.
I don't know
like,
what Big Brother is really, but
I've watched like just like clips. Like I've never watched like an actual video, like whole episode of Big Brother.
But to end off that section, he finally reaches the villa, which the producers are pissed about, and he's shouting. And then you see footage of them in the room, and she sort of like sits up on top of him, and they're both like, "Oh shit! Like, what's happening?"
What do you mean? Oh shit! And she's acting like
they're like,
no.
We got caught.
The thing I don't understand though is that the whole point of it, like the whole objective originally, is to test your relationship.
Yep.
But they want good TV. Obviously, they're gonna like what? Like how? What do you mean? Oh shit! I'm caught. Like what?
Like they don't say, "Oh shit, I'm caught," but you see them sort of like sit up, like, because they're not expecting him to run, because you're not allowed to go to the. So then when she sits up and like she hears her boyfriend, right? She's kind of like she like sits up, and then they realize like what's happening. But yeah, as a whole, people like watching it. I don't know. It existing as a show is like fucking crazy. Also, then afterwards, after she has just fucked another man on live television, she runs out of the villa and hugs him, and she's crying, and she's saying like please, I want to get out of here. Let's just like break the rules. Like please, like we need to get out of here. Like let's just leave. And she wants him back, and she doesn't want to be on the show anymore.
She wants him back after she fucks somebody?
Minutes after she just got done fucking with someone, and the only reason she stopped was because he broke the rules and caught her.
And what?
But yeah, as a show itself, I'm sorry, but if you were at the point as a couple where you like don't trust each other, or like you think your significant other would be willing to cheat or something, so you go on the show to test your relationship is already over. The outcome of the show doesn't matter. It chalked the relationship right there. But yeah, it's crazy that exists as a show, and then knowing that they're being filmed at all times, they had sex, and then the show airing that on live TV. Like, did she have to write off in that, or is it like in her contract where like any footage just like can be posted? Because now, like, low key, obviously you don't see what's happening, but like you see what's happening, you hear what's happening. She basically just got a sex tape posted on live television. You know what I mean?
What
So
is
it's
this
like
podcast now?
so it's like I don't
We
know, but I'm
talked
saying like
about so
but
many
but do you know what I
different
mean?
topics
Like
today.
it's crazy that exists as a show where that can happen, you know?
Yeah, I don't understand how even the concept how do they have people signing up?
That's what I mean. Like all around, it's psychotic. Then actually live just happened today.
More?
Which is crazy. Yeah, I don't know if it was the same guy or a different guy, but she fucked another guy below the covers insanely intensely, and they recorded it and they showed Montoya
What the what?
and aired it on TV again,
Why?
mic'd up. Like the room's mic'd up so you can hear it. Yeah,
He needs
yeah.
another girl. What the fuck's up with
This
girl?
show needs to not exist.
That
And
as well.
everyone who goes on the show needs to just break up and find someone new. that's the solution for this show. It's fucking crazy.
All right. Well,
That's
next thing.
that's so funny that you came in here assuming and signing up for like some guy like was clapping her ass, but it was way crazier than you thought.
Yeah, no, all I saw was just them in a hot tub and he like played the bongos on her ass and then this guy watching it just like ran and like ripped his shirt open and yelled on the beach and I was like, okay, why do I keep seeing this clip everywhere? But to keep on that topic, John. I know. I realized that I don't have my glasses on, so I couldn't really read. Okay, so I'll wait to. I'll move to a different topic at all. If you guys do not know, there is a brand called Poppi. It is a popular drink brand. It's Poppi. It is the competitor to something called Olipop.
Not only is it a popular drink, feel free to buy your Poppi merch now available at Target. We now carry the Poppi collection.
And there has been a controversy with them.
Oh.
So, as you guys see, John does endorse
Should I not? Okay. If I endorse controversial Poppi, Mckenzie told me off the podcast. No, I'm joking.
So, basically, from what I understand, is for the Super Bowl, Poppi decided to send out vending machines full of Poppi.
Oh, and I saw this. They look sick.
Yes, very sick, very cool. However,
the screen is like fully digital, so it's like normally you like press buttons or whatever, but the screen's like fully. It's almost like a tablet, right? And then you get to swipe through and like choose your flavor. And the vending machine. Look up a picture of the vending machine. It's massive. It's like ninja massive, bro. Like low taper fade.
And they sent all of these rich people basically a vending machine, but they're not keeping this vending machine. These are $25K machine.
$25,000.
Yes.
Okay.
And basically a lot of people are not happy about that because
what is there to
they spent around $800K. Yeah, $800K. Wait, what the fuck? My analysis got deleted.
Oh.
I had it. Okay, so what I understand, yeah, it was very, very cool, but basically Poppi didn't even give the influencers the actual machine. It was just there for like a little bit, and then like they took it back. And then Trisha Paytas came out, and she said that Poppi came to her house with like this whole ass suitcase and clothes about Target, and like that they have clothes in Target, and like they did this whole thing, and then they gave her like a drink and one shirt, and then they took everything away. And she didn't even get paid for that ad. That she didn't do an ad. I don't think she posted the ad because she didn't get paid. But basically, that's all happening. And then Olipop, the competitor, is just in the comments being like, wasting money. Why the fuck are they doing this? And just getting free advertisement while they're sending $25K. But from this says, Casey and the Cases of Poppi also arrived at their home so the machine could be overstocked for free. As expected, the influencer videos have been racking up millions of views. Although the influencers can only keep the machine for a limited time, people on social media have been quick to share their thoughts. It says that people have been tolerating this kind of flashy PR from brands less and less. Times are tough economically, and a lot of people can't afford to drink Poppi at all, and they have to watch wealthy influencers flaunt this online. They could have done this so much better. Think less brand trips for influencer and more about how you could show up for the everyday average Joe. So basically, people are really mad that Poppi is just giving these rich people so much of their product, and they are just like feeding the rich and not really doing anything with all this money that they spend on these machines, if that makes sense.
That makes
sense. A comment said, of course the rich of the rich getting vending machines to promote Poppi brand out, but this doesn't make me want to go get Poppi. How about putting them in college campuses or to the public for free or a women's shelter? If they're getting more attention than continuously feeding the rich than the wealthy. Maybe it's not my marketing, but y'all getting vending machines does nothing for me. And then
this
Olipop also, like I said, they've been commenting.
The pop fight!
Yeah, so Olipop commented, also for the record, those machines cost $25K each, LOL. PR boxes for real customer, I say. So yeah, they're just getting free publicity as well while they're commenting.
Which one did you make me try?
Olipop.
Fuck, I tried Olipop.
Yeah, no.
Oh, and I said
Olipop isn't in Canada. Yeah, no, they're not the one that's sending the...
Oh, wait, no, that's the good one.
Yeah. For context, Olipop is not in Canada, and I wanted John to bring a can of it when he came to Canada, and he said, fuck you, and then punched me and drank it himself. And I'm gonna now try Olipop when I go to America this week. But I've not tried Olipop before. However, Poppi is in Canada, and I've not had it.
I don't know if I'm, like, out of touch here. I get that, like, putting it in college campuses and stuff would be better marketing for a lot of the public, but I don't know, this just seems like normal influencer marketing, which happens all the time with brands, and I feel like no one really cares about or like this is just the normal PR package thing. It's just Super Bowl-ified to where like Super Bowl ads are always over the top and crazy, and this is just the Super Bowl ad version of that. I don't see
I think
problem.
that if they're putting 800K into this one campaign is a little crazy. Personally, I feel like
I believe it was reported that this year a 30-second ad in the Super Bowl cost $8 million.
Which brings me to another point. Apparently, Canada had an ad in the Super Bowl.
Kanye West also had an ad in the Super Bowl.
Yes, but who paid for the Canadian ad?
You did.
My tax money?
Don't file taxes this year. That's what it's going to.
Basically, it was an ad for Ontario being like, America, we have been your trusty partner through life. We give you lots of electricity and mines for new inventions. We'll always be here for you. Be here for us. And I didn't know that was going on because we don't even get American ads. So everyone's now in Canada being like, who the fuck paid for this shit?
Yeah, it says it appears the ad is funded by the Ontario government. $8 million.
What the fuck, Doug Ford? All right, next topic that I wanted to bring up. John, when you think of Build-A-Bear, what do you think of?
I think of the Build-A-Bear that I had when I was a little kid, and I was in either preschool or kindergarten, and we had to bring in something for a show and tell, and I brought in my Build-A-Bear, and I pressed its hand, and it said something. I don't remember what it said, but it said something.
But you thought of a moment when you were little.
Yep.
As it is a kid's brand, right?
Yep.
Well, not anymore. Because if you guys don't know, one thing that's really popular in marketing, and especially with brand marketing, is being very unhinged. And if you guys are interested, take a look at Build-A-Bear's TikTok.
I think it got started by I would say
Duolingo.
Duolingo. Yeah, I'd say Duolingo really.
Yeah, Duolingo's probably
Or
the
also like
best of the best.
what is it like Wendy's on Twitter or something would
Wendy's, I
always
think, is OG.
yeah, yeah, but that wasn't necessarily like unhinged as much as it was just like toxic or like mean.
So Build-A-Bear has a new collection called Build-A-Bear After Dark Teddies. And I just pressed that I am under the age of 1 second. There we go. I'm over the age of 16. So they now have so first of all, they have a TikTok where
What the fuck is this?
let me just play
What
the
is
TikTok real
this?
quick. Just the sound. Hold. It's loading. Build a bear.
Sorry, guys. By the way, I'm looking at Jennifer the cat, who is a cat wearing a dress and boots, and she's drinking wine.
Yes. Where is? Oh, here she is.
She's a cougar. She's a cougar. Watch out, boys. On the prowl, looking for a good time. Hear her growl. This cat is in a prime. Too fierce to handle, too fat to ignore. She's got her heels and she's ready for more.
If you guys couldn't figure that out, they're saying she's a cougar and she's in a print feather jacket and a fancy shirt, and they also have the lovable lion stuffed animal Zaddy Valentine's Day gift, cuddly cougar stuffed animal pink dress Valentine's Day.
By the way, in case you were wondering, the lovable lion Zaddy Valentine's gift currently on sale, 57 United States dollars.
92 Canadian dollars.
Shit is so expensive.
And he's holding a margarita. I know something with olives. I don't know what's in all. I don't.
Yeah, I forget. I think it's just like a martini. I think.
But yes,
Maybe?
it's
Yes,
yeah,
a
martini.
martini.
It literally the item is called a martini as well. Give the martini lover in your life a great gift by adding this plushy martini whistle to any furry friend's paw. But
yeah, this is not normal. This should not.
Build-A-Bear has taken a different turn.
Yeah, I don't think this is gonna end well for them.
You know what's even crazier? That's an online exclusive. They're posting this on TikTok. I walked by Build-A-Bear on Friday. They have the Zaddy shirt, Zaddy, on display.
What the fuck?
It is right in the middle and center when you enter the store. Yeah.
Jesus. Speaking about taking a turn, that reminds me. You remember recently we offhandedly mentioned what is LMFAO doing nowadays?
I did, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
well,
I saw half of them in like 2011.
Well, Red Foo from LMFAO, one half of LMFAO, makes his professional tennis debut.
And I want to just
At
clarify
49
that
years
wasn't
old?
the half that I saw, sadly.
Oh, really? You saw the other half?
I saw blue sky blue.
Yeah. At 49 years old, is making his professional tennis debut at a tournament in Egypt.
Why Egypt?
That's just where the tournament's going on, I guess. I don't know. He's playing. Did he already play? Stefan
It's giving
Gord.
Challengers. I want to rewatch Challengers. I like Challengers.
I still haven't seen.
I know, I saw do a movie night of Challengers, but there's a penis in Challengers, and you watch them make out, and I feel awkward watching that with a bunch of my viewers. Especially when half of them were children back in the day.
G freaking G's, he lost.
Oh.
Not a good tennis player.
Hey,
it says
it's his
he lost
first
6-1 and then 6-0 to
Hey,
23-year-old Leighton Riviera of Norway.
At least he got one. Better than none.
At least he got one. Better than none. Oh, that reminds me. Speaking about none. Hawk to a girl, Haley Welch, finally came out and admitted that she runs none of her social media accounts.
What?
Which
this is so shocking.
Which is crazy because that means that her social media manager got into a fight with Connor Eats Pants over Connor Eats Pants saying she doesn't run her accounts, and the social media manager role playing as Haley Welch saying that she does, and saying, "Okay, Mr. Connor, I'll follow you back, but don't be saying it's not me when it is." And the whole time it
Now,
wasn't her.
where did she say it wasn't her? She doesn't run any of the
Um,
accounts.
where did she say it, Mackenzie? Where do you think she said it?
On
She
the
said it. She
Everything
said it on.
app?
She said it on the Talk to a podcast.
Oh, I thought she took a break.
She
Take
went
a
on the talk. Well,
break.
I think this was her return.
She
went on
went
the Talk
on?
to a pod. Well, sorry. She hosted the Talk to a podcast with guest FaZe Banks.
What?
Because for some reason, FaZe Banks. So FaZe Banks is like into crypto, which I knew, but for some reason, FaZe Banks has apparently become this like crypto mogul where he stepped in and he's apparently having his crypto team vet Haley Welch's crypto team and look into her crypto guys, and he's trying to figure out what happened with the crypto scam and trying to make everything all right. I didn't listen to the whole Talk to a podcast because I'm not sitting through that, but yeah, within it, she admitted that she doesn't run any of her accounts.
As far as Banks even played Call of Duty,
He dusted Nadeshot in a snipers only MW2 1v1 recently, and he showed that Unk still got it.
I see. Because I swear, he's doing so many side quests.
Yeah, COD isn't his like main thing anymore. I think his main thing is crypto. Other than like running FaZe with like the FaZe boys, his main thing's crypto.
Interesting.
He's very into crypto.
But gamers, chatters, we're gonna call it there, even though we have more topics, because we filmed another podcast this week. Even though you guys will have to wait till next Tuesday. Is that alright, John?
Yeah, what's that?
Oh. I'm killing John. No. We appreciate you listening to the podcast. Apologies if it was a little all over the place. We had a lot of topics we wanted to fulfill, even though we didn't get to really. We just kind of like stated some, and then we went, okay, next.
No, you for some reason made your thing this episode going, okay, next topic.
Yeah, there was a lot. This is the most topics we've had.
Yeah. I also think it's really funny that, there were some topics that some of us, Mckenzie, wasn't really caught up or ready for what the topic would entail.
Yeah,
didn't realize what we were getting into.
I didn't know where it turned. This podcast took a turn this episode. We became a political.
Yeah, we became a political podcast. We became a sex podcast.
I don't like that.
A Build-A-Bear sex podcast. That's what we are now.
Yeah, just remember that everything stays on the internet forever, and that I am not a pedophile.
Yeah, I would like to say all of that at the start is just a joke. She's not.
I would like
also,
to
she is entitled to her opinion, just like you guys. If you guys like the halftime show, you guys can like the halftime show. I did not like the halftime show, and there's a lot of people who did not like the halftime show.
Say Drake, I heard you like them young.
Mackenzie's a pedophile. Mackenzie is a pedophile. Mackenzie is a known pedophile behind the scenes. All of her friends know that she is a pedophile, and we all have proof.
I literally don't talk to anyone but my boyfriend and you.
I'm gonna find a message in your Discord server from 2019 of you replying to. Oh, Mackenzie just deleted her Discord server. Okay, never mind.
What? Okay. If anyone takes it seriously, I will be suing you.
If you take this serious, you're an idiot. This is just jokes.
Just
like what Mackenzie is saying
even
about
though
Drake. It's all jokes.
We should not joke about pedophilia as
exactly. It's not a good thing to joke about, so you should stop joking about it, or else Capital's gonna slide.
And I understand that I played Minecraft, but I swear I'm not pedophile.
I swear she's different. She's not like other Minecraft. She's not like other girls. She's not like other Minecrafters. Okay.
Thanks so much for being here. We appreciate it. Hope to see you guys in the next
Thank
episode where we'll continue our
you.
conversation. Also, I'll quiz John on if he knows video games or not.
And stay tuned, since I guess we could say it next week but the next podcast we should have a lot of topics, so that should be
Or we're
exciting.
just gonna have a very sad trip.
Yeah, it could be really
That could
depressing,
also
maybe.
be, yeah.
But I'm hoping.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.